Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
Well, someone rightly said, boredom was born on a day of uniformity. It's natural to get tired of the same routines, identical visuals, unvarying habits, and constant living style. The absence of an interesting perspective to life can accumulate frustration. But, thank God, we've been blessed with amazingly diverse nature and a human brain to complement this versatility. Today, we've compiled a list of natural and man-made places found across the globe that are so unique, peculiar, and have distinct looks that are nothing else but mere delight to the eyes. Number 10. Carlsbad Caverns. The wonders of the earth are not just limited to its surface that you can see with wide open eyes, but who could have guessed about this incredible treasure hidden beneath the surface of the earth? With more than 119 caves, Carlsbad Caverns is one of the ancient and most popular cave systems in the world. The place was discovered in 1898 by a teenage adventurer and is located approximately 18 miles southwest of Carlsbad, New Mexico. The epicenter of this complex cave system is an enormous-sized chamber known as Big Room. How big is it? This gigantic chamber, made of limestone, is 4,000 feet long, 625 feet wide and 255 feet high at its highest point. There's also a bat cave that's housed millions of bats over time. Pay a visit and see what you can find in a cave full of bats. Bruce Wayne? Other parts of this strange place converge into narrower tunnels where the substantial deposits of stalagmites and stalactites were found and interestingly referred to as Devil's Spring, Queen's Chamber, King's Palace and the Boneyard. Apart from this, 3 hiking trails, unpaved drive experience to the desert and a historic park are the reasons to attract 500,000 tourists on average every year. Number 9. Kaojiawan Subway Station. In the middle of nowhere? Kaojiawan, a subway station on the outskirts of Chongqing City, China, is the classic example of this phrase. The subway station is infamous for its post-apocalyptic appearance, the remoteness of its location and bare visibility of station because of large overgrown weeds surrounding it. Built in 2015, the station is located in the Beibei district. The sole purpose of the station was to connect the city centre with its rural suburb. It has a total of 3 exits, but only one of them is used by its very few commuters. Most of the time, there are no passengers boarding or alighting here at this station. There are also no residential buildings, paved roads, shops or other public transportation near the station, and guess what? That's still the case today. Despite its unusual location, Kaojiawan Station is part of a bigger picture that includes city planning and development of communication infrastructures concerning anticipated growth in population over the coming years. Insightful plan, isn't it? Number 8. Diamond Head Crater. All that glitters is not gold, right? I suppose the same goes in this case. All that sparkles are not diamonds. In 1825, British sailors got confused by shiny volcanic calcite crystals in the sand. They thought they'd discovered a mountain of diamonds. Instead, they met with huge disappointment upon close contact with the so-called diamond, and this story led to its famous name, Diamond Head. Diamond Head is a volcanic cone on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Hawaiians also call this place Le'ahi, brow of the tuna, because of its uncanny resemblance to a tuna fish's dorsal fin. In 1900, this place was also used by the military for their operations. Diamond Head Crater and its associated eruption flows over approximately 475 acres. It's estimated that Diamond Head is about 500,000 years old. In addition to that, there's a huge inflow of tourists to see Diamond Head Lighthouse, a navigational lighthouse built in 1917, directly adjacent to the crater's slopes. Other landmarks in the area are Punchbowl Crater, Hanuama Bay, Coco Head and Manana Island in addition to Diamond Head. Number 7. The Devil's Pulpit. Do you know which place on earth has Satan chosen to address his followers? Some believe that this strange-looking rock with mild red-coloured water coursing around it is the place where Satan would appear to his followers. Finnish Glen near Dryman Stirling in Scotland is known as the Devil's Pulpit because of its sinister reputation. Ancient people also speculate that druids held secret meetings on this spot and witches used this rock as an execution block. Well, believing in spirits and supernatural stories is a matter of one's individual choice and beliefs. Do you believe in these tales? Apart from it, this old mushroom-shaped rock is also a scenic view across the River Wye to Tintern Abbey. The floating red colour water across this rock is because of the underlying red sandstone. It's also possible to climb up onto the flat plateau of the rock through the slippery steps, which of course are referred to as the Devil's Steps. Number 6. Chano Crystallis. A river straight from paradise? Yes, you heard it right. This biological wonder, Chano Crystallis, is referred to with a lot of different names, such as River of Five Colours, Liquid Rainbow, and River from Heaven. This river is located in the Meta province of Colombia and is famous for its vivid watercolours and matchless beauty. No wonder why Chano Crystallis has been called the most beautiful river in the world. The bed of this 62.1 mile long river sports yellow, green, blue, black and bright red. The colours can be viewed from as early as mid-May and sometimes into December. They are brightest during June and November. Can science explain these colour phenomena? Yes. As explained by scientists, these colours are only produced during the reproduction of aquatic plants in the river. River water runs fast and high during wet season, meaning the sun cannot hit the riverbed's plants. During the dry season, there is a water shortage, which is the cause of this unique phenomenon that happens nowhere else in the world. This is part of the world that's considered a hotspot for biodiversity and is also home to many endemic species. Number 5. Kawaii Monster Cafe. Ever been to the craziest cafe? If not, then you might want to visit this iconic place that's been entirely themed out of Japanese pop culture and their obsessions with all things kawaii, which loosely translates to cute or adorable. This quirky-looking cafe was opened in 2015, and since then it's entertained a huge number of local and foreign visitors. The cafe was designed by Masuda Sebastian, who's also known as the father of Harajuku pop culture. Step into this front weird googly-eyed monster-like door and get yourself teleported to the most insane and extravagant alien-like environment with all its neon lights, mad costumes and a twist of creepiness. You can enjoy dining in 4 different sections of your choice: mushroom disco, milk stand, Mel tea and bar experiment. With its Alice in Wonderland vibes to feature overly sized unicorns, baby bottles and giant macaroons in different rooms, adult visitors can also enjoy cocktails in a dark lit room with colourful carvings of the ocean on the floor. Amazing, isn't it? Number 4. Hill of Crosses. Sighting a cemetery has never been a treat to the eyes. A possible reason might be burial grounds perhaps have always been associated with horrific tales and the terrorising history of dead people residing in them. Our first list includes this enigmatic site with a collection of over 200,000 wooden crosses erected on a small hill. This Christian pilgrimage site is known as Hill of Crosses. The hill is nearly 60 metres long and about 50 metres wide, located roughly 11 kilometres away from the city of Šiauliai in northern Lithuania. This place remains an unsolved mystery for centuries for its large number of Christian crosses sticking in one place. Locals believe that all these crosses symbolise great catastrophes, personal tragedies and public misfortunes. The earliest crosses were put on the hill in the 18th century by the relatives of the victims to honour their loved ones who died because of rebellion fights in the Tsarist regime. The hill was demolished twice during the Russian invasion as religious activities were not allowed. Number 3. Cancun Underwater Museum. This stunning man-made wonder under the surface of the water is yet another example of the most unique and unusual places around the world. Cancun Underwater Museum is a scuba diving site located along the coastline of Isla Mujeres in Mexico's Riviera Maya. There is a breathtaking collection of artworks submerged approximately 28 feet deep into the ocean surface and holds the title of the world's largest underwater museum. MUSA, or Museo Subaquático de Arte, offers a unique blend to experience scuba diving and an incredible display of artifacts at the same time to its visitors. The project aimed to restore or conserve the ecological balance of the ocean by building the formation of artificial coral reefs that host marine life in it. The museum has over 500 life-sized handmade sculptures. These sculptures are the mere illustrations of various social behaviours such as capital greed, hope, resurrection and silent evolution in the sea. The museum was opened in 2009 and since then it has successfully attracted millions of tourists annually. Number 2. Kissing rocks in California. Have you ever seen rocks kissing each other? Well, today we're going to tell you about the most amazing site where love is in the air. These blissful love vibes can be sensed from these 2 kissing rocks. Rocking, isn't it? A pair of giant granite rocks is an intimate relationship for decades, and they're planning to be part of this eternal embrace for coming centuries. So much love. This is by far one of the most romantic spots in the United States, found along the coastline of Pacific Grove, California. Sitting on the beach with your partner and enjoying the sunset as waves crash underneath two 10-meter-high rocks which look like a couple kissing each other, you won't find any such place this majestic and brilliant in the whole world. The site became a famous tourist attraction in the Victorian era and was officially named Kissing Rocks in 1970. Number 1. Villa Demidov, a Medici Villa. Would you believe this historic and giant palace was simply built to please a woman? Yes, we're talking about this architectural gem commonly known as Villa Demidov in Boggler, Tuscany, Italy. Its millennia-old rich history and figurative appearance of past speak for its timelessness over the centuries. Villa Demidov was built in the 15th century by Francesco de' Medici, Grand Duke of Tuscany, and it took a whopping 12 years to complete this place. This prolonged construction was aimed to build lakes, landscapes, fountains, caves and massive sculptures. The main attraction of the palace is its 33-foot-high statue, a Pennino, a colossal structure made up of bricks and stones by Gian Bologna in 1580. The sculptures seem to have emerged straight out of the earth above a pond. Among many other monuments are the Chapel of Buontalenti, Cupid's Grotto and the Fountain of Moganoni with Gian Bologna's statue. After Francesco's death, Ferdinand III decided to flatten the villa and transform this into a garden landscape for his delight and leisure. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button, do share, write a comment and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch up my next video.